Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is one that I've been waiting for a very long time, and this will be an unboxing. So this is something that, you may be seeing this video and you may be seeing these letters right here, these numbers and these letters right here, and you may be like, wait, Lando, you're a hypocrite. You said not to buy from them. And that is correct. I would say not to buy directly from 89Sabers. There are a bunch of reasons out there, but definitely just don't buy directly from 89Sabers. There are trusted vendors like Saber Bay, Corbath, and that's where I got this one from. I got this from Corbath. And like I've mentioned in the past, Corbath, they resell a lot of these 89Sabers and KR Sabers, and Solos hold sometimes. They resell these hilts and sometimes they install them. So I bought this empty hilt from Corbath, and we're gonna unbox it right now. I have not unboxed it yet. I just took the shipping packaging off, and we're gonna unbox it right now. So, like I mentioned, this is something that I've been waiting a very long time for. I'll try to get this packaging off right here, and you'll see it in just a second. Nice box. Gets packaging off. Oh my gosh. It looks amazing. Okay. So, this is the Graflex Supreme. Oh, it feels so good in the hands. You can read that. Graflex. See the glass eye in there. The bunny ears. The button. The clamp. Oh my gosh, it feels so good in the hands. Y'all have no idea how long I've been waiting for one of these sabers. They're very hard to find. I've mentioned in the past that the Luke Return of the Jedi hilt has always been an incredibly hard to find saber because of, its popularity over the years. But this also has been an incredibly hard to find saber, for a decent price with really good quality. And, this saber feels absolutely amazing. I mean, this thing, the heft, this is an empty saber, but it just feels so good. It feels really good in the hands. I actually flip this around so you can feel this thing is on a J-lock system. Kind of feel that. Wow, this thing is this feels so good. I can't get over how good this feels. I mean, I've waited so long to hold one of these in my hands, but man, this feels so good. There's a lot of weight to this thing. There you can see. Saber. Kind of read it there. Fulmer Graflex Corp. Graflex 3-cell. It comes with all this stuff, the tracks and the bubble strip. Comes with the PCB and the buttons and all of that stuff. Wow, this is incredible. I've been waiting for this saber for a long time. This is my first Graflex style saber. I've always wanted one. Let's see some of the PCBs here. They go in the clamp, or the clamp card, whatever you want to call it. There's another button. The T-tracks. Another PCB. This goes on here. The D-ring. Not gonna open that all the way, but switch that goes right here. This goes underneath there. I'll put that back in there so I don't lose it. So I believe this is the Empire Strikes Back and the Last Jedi editions. or the Force Awakens, whichever. And then this is the A New Hope version here with the bubble strip. So let me put this back together here. If I can figure out a way to do that. Put a clamp card in there. Probably not going to fit right now. They're probably going to be sanded down or something. That's typically how these, kind of clamp cords work. You got to sand them down a little bit before you get them in, unless they're one like this, that kind of just fit in. But it is pretty tight, so I'm actually not going to put that in there right now. But this is the Graflex Supreme. Obviously, it doesn't look finished right now because it doesn't have the T-tracks on it or anything like that. But man, this feels so good in the hands. I'm gonna have to keep this really clean because it probably got to polish it and all that kind of stuff. But wow, that feels so good. I'm gonna have this one installed one day. Not exactly sure when. You can kind of read it there. Graflex. Gonna have this installed one day, probably with Profi V2 and NeoPixel in the future. Not sure when, but I will have that done in the future. This is really nice. I love this. It may not be the most, accurate Graflex in the world, but, to me, I don't really care. I mean, this still is fairly accurate, and, there are modifications you can do to it that make it more accurate. But I genuinely love this thing. I can't wait to, fully assemble this thing and, have this thing installed. It's going to be really nice. Packaging is also really nice. It fits in there like that. Just like that. Still not sure exactly how I'm gonna, customize this yet. There are mods that you can make this exact model much more accurate. I'll probably, lean more towards making this an Empire Strikes Back version over A New Hope or, The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi or something like that. Probably lean more towards Empire Strikes Back. That's my favorite of the prequels, besides Return of the Jedi, obviously, but I really like the look of the Empire Strikes Back version, so I'll probably customize this to be more like that, and we're going to go from there. Probably going to have this, installed with Profi and NeoPixel and all that kind of stuff, but man, this feels really good. I mean, the weight of this is very comparable to the weight of my LS Stunt V2, which I also need to have installed, but I mean, these original trilogy sabers were really heavy. I mean, it was a Graflex flash gun from, a camera that had, the big bulb in here, and it was kind of like, the camera flash. So these were pretty hefty. I mean, this feels like really, really solid. So just like the LS Stun V2, it feels like a real, a real solid, hunk of metal. And that's kind of what it is. So it does feel very, very nice. I cannot wait to have this installed. You can buy this from Corbanth. You can buy this from Saber Bay. There are a lot of vendors out there. Those are two trusted vendors of 89Sabers products. Remember, like I said, don't buy directly from 89Sabers. There's a lot of reasons why, but just trust me, don't do it. Kind of regret it. And, see the glass eye right there. This looks really good. This glass eye looks really good when there's a blade inserted and when this is installed because, there is light shining through right there. So I'm going to play with this a whole lot. I'm going to find out how I'm going to customize it and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and may the force be with you.